Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk. Back today with another video. Today's video, we're going to have some fun. I'm going to try to give my general guesses on what the new classes will be for the most recent set announcement, High Seas. We're going to talk about it, have some fun, kind of give my 10 hat theories, and I also want to get yours as well. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. If you're a long-standing supporter, thank you so much as always. Feel free to check out the Discord channel membership and creator list down below in the description. So we'll get right into it. I'm going to bring this up here. This isn't like insanely in depth, although I do have a couple points I think are valid enough to kind of talk about this. So there's going to be pirates in this set. Now, whether pirates is just, you know, characters like in cards, whether, because James White said at the end of the dev talk that there's pirates in the set for High Seas, which would make sense, right? We don't know though if it's going to be a class. Is it going to be a talent? Is it just going to be a theme, right? We're not sure, but we can put together a couple small clues that I think show us potentially what two of the classes will be. The third class is a little bit hard to think about, but I'm gonna do my best. So looking at the map of Wraith, and we're drawing straws here, but you know, it's a little bit, that's the whole point of this, right? Is like, where in the oceans would this potentially happen? The most common, in my opinion, is up here in the left, near the pits and metrics. So we don't know what this is. There's been zero indication on what this is. But anytime we've seen a ship or like docking of a ship referred to, like we had one little lore article in the monastery down here below, and obviously you see some fun like flavor stuff here, but I do think it's going to be up here near the pits. You see a lot of docking, a lot of shipments, a lot of metrics and cogwork shipments, a lot of things with Riptide and Azalea. There's lore articles of people stealing stuff off of ships, and Azalea like catches them and gets them. I just think that this general area is going to be where it is. And then obviously the connection with the boy above me, Riptide, would make sense, right? So then you start looking at what areas are around that ocean and like what classes came from that area. So we have the pits and metrics is the obvious one, right? But you also have the Savage Lands over here. Not Savage Lands, sorry. What was this called? Where Heavy Hitters was. I apologize. It's escaping me right now. But this tusk for the arena is a big indicator of where this is. So all that to say, some of the things that I think we could see, the first one is Necromancer. Now, this is the more Rangers kind of, we'll get to that one in a second. That's the more obvious one in my opinion. But the other secondary one I think is Necromancer. I tried to look through all the card art of what is pirate themed, not just in character, but also in backdrop. And as you can see, this looks like it's on the ocean, right? You have a ship here. It's a little bit more of a kind of stretch, but it seems like to me that this is like somewhat pirate themed, right? And we also got this back in Rosetta as an expansion slot card. And then we got Shelter of the Storm as a majestic generic in this set. Like, we're starting to see like these one-off pirate looking things, and this was one of them. And we also have gotten confirmation that Necromancer was in the works. I don't remember specifically if James White said it was coming out this year, but he said it was like in production. Now, what stage that was at, we don't know, but I do think Necromancer is a possibility. If we go to, and I'm going to do this on the fly because I'm a professional YouTuber, if we go to the Flesh and Blood website, right, and then you go to High Seas here, like we said in the last video, they usually give like little hints / like, you know, little nuggets on what stuff could possibly be in their announcement article. So we have Fresh Face Landlubber, Salty Old Sea Captain, and Sneaky Stowaway. I think Sneaky Stowaway could potentially be a Necromancer. Again, the only thing I have for that is like Call of the Grave, Pirates, Sneaky Stowaway, Necromancers are upcoming class. I think it would be really, really cool to see Necromancer be one of the three, and I'm kind of hoping so. So that's my first 10 hat theory. The second one, we'll come back to these. So we just had a couple different arts that have been pirate themed. Shelter of the Storm's most recent one. Fresh Face Landlubber. You could take Fresh Face as like young maybe. So maybe it has something to do with Shelter of the Storm. Nip at the Heels doesn't really go to any one like hero or class. It's just a generic that's been shown. We also had Overflex. So this is where we started getting like a lot of Ranger cards have sea like themes, right? You have Overflex here. You have Reel In, right, which is not a Riptide specialization, but basically a Riptide specialization. And then you have Trench of the Sunken Treasure. Now, Trench of the Sunken Treasure, to me, does read a little bit like Salty Old Sea Captain. It kind of looks like one, right? So I think this, combined with Riptide, combined with Overflex, combined with like a couple Ranger cards that seem to be, really lending into like Pirate and Ranger coexisting, I think we could see something like this. And that'd be really cool. And as you can see, he has like this harpoon gun. I think it'd be really cool to see a Ranger come into this set that doesn't fire a traditional bow, but actually fires like either a harpoon, like an actual harpoon gun like Riptide carries or something like this, or a crossbow, or even a gun like a pistol. Like Ranger doesn't have to necessarily be bow and arrow. It could just be anything that's ranged, right? So it could be like, a musket or a pistol or something like that. I think that would be really cool. So the first one I have is Necromancer. Second one I have is Ranger. The third one's kind of the weirdest one, right? Like the pits is the only time we've ever had like a lot of like docking and ships. Like we've had like one-off lore article stuff, but the pits is the closest thing, and then this comes back to like, if we go back to the map here, sorry, I have a lot of tabs open, like what could possibly be here? My only thought, just because of lack of support in a while, would be Guardian. Guardian would make sense, maybe like a young Guardian for like fresh-faced landlubber. Like we haven't gotten a Guardian since Victor. I don't think we'll get a mechanologist. It wouldn't make sense to me. Maybe we would. That'd be kind of interesting to get like a sea-based mechanologist. But honestly, I don't think it's going to be Assassin, obviously. It's had so much support. I don't think it's going to be Ninja. I don't think it'll be Brute. Brute would be kind of weird for that. Nothing in Solana. It could be a Warrior, but really I think Guardian's like, if I had to give a wild guess for the third one, it would be Guardian. So Necromancer, Guardian, and Ranger, I think, are your three biggest possibilities. These are complete shots in the dark. I think Ranger has the most evidence, because we have so many Ranger like cards and themes that have like pirate-esque feels, and a hero above me that's pretty much a pirate has lore articles talking about getting away from pirate hunters, so it's like almost confirmed the Riptide's a pirate. So all that to say, I think it's going to be really fun to see where this goes. It's completely different style and setting than they've done ever before, so I think it's going to be really interesting. We also could see this pirate being a talent, right? And the pirate talent having some type of, I'm just going to say a random one, like plunder mechanic or something. Or maybe like two of them have the pirate talent and the Necromancer's its own, similar to how this set was with Assassin and Draconic. And then Chaos was like a one-off thing. But I'm really excited to see where it goes. We probably won't. We're probably going to get information at the Pro Tour. That's where I would guess. We might get like one or two little trinkets. Maybe we'll get the heroes revealed at a big calling, but I don't think we're going to get any information on the heroes until the Pro Tour, which is fine. Makes complete sense. So we're looking at April for that. That would actually line up perfectly within going into spoiler season. I know DM Armada is probably like actually having a conniption right now. I know I spoke with Armada, I think it was yesterday, and said, how excited are you? And his response was, I'm looking at tickets for Taipei. So you can tell how excited Armada is. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Nothing crazy. I just want to get, a general lay of where I think it might go. I think this is the area it's going to be, if they even like specify where in the ocean it is. But I think Necromancer and Ranger are like the two most consistent picks, followed by Guardian. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. If you have something different, give me your reasons why, or if it's just a fun tin hat theory, that's cool too. It'll be really interesting to see how this goes. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this type of content. If you like this, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If not me, it's completely fine. Go to another creator, leave a like, comment, subscribe on their stuff. I have a Google Sheet down below that has a list of like 100 plus creators. I have a couple highlighted in yellow. Go check them out. I try to change that, like highlight it every so often, but there's just ones I'm enjoying a lot right now. If there's someone that's not on there that makes consistent Flesh and Blood content and is a positive person in the space, let me know. Like, go in my Discord, go in like the general channel and link the stuff, please. I would encourage that. I want to get people on there, but I need to be able to see your channel first before I do that, so I can make sure everything's good to go on that end. But thank y'all so much. The support's been really great the last month. We've been doing really well on the channel. We're closing in on 1 million views on the channel. We should get that like by the time the next set drops, which is just unbelievable. Never ever thought that that would be even a thing. So I really appreciate y'all for that. But thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll see y'all next time on TC Talk.